In this session, we are going to learn about LMTD analysis of a counterflow heat exchanger. Now, let us consider this as a heat exchanger in which the hot fluid is flowing from the left hand side to the right hand side in the inner tube. So, this is the hot fluid whose inlet temperature is TH1 and exit temperature is TH2. Now, this is the temperature versus length diagram. So, the hot fluid inlet temperature will be the highest temperature. So, let us consider TH1 here. Now, this hot fluid will be losing its temperature to the cold fluid. So, therefore, the temperature decreases when it is moving in the particular direction here. Now, let us consider the cold fluid is flowing in the direction opposite to that of the hot fluid, because this is a counterflow heat exchanger or counter current heat exchanger. So, the cold fluid is flowing in this particular direction and the cold fluid inlet temperature is TC1 and exit temperature is TC2. Now, TC1 we need to consider here. As this is moving in this direction, it will absorb heat from the hot fluid. As a result of that, the cold fluid temperature increases and hot fluid temperature decreases. So, this is TC2 here. Now, let us consider a small elemental area in this particular heat exchanger. So, the elemental area that we have considered is dA here. Temperature of the hot fluid is TH and that of the cold fluid here is TC. Now, let us consider the difference between the hot fluid and the cold fluid in the element as theta. So, dTH minus dTc will be equal to dθ. Now, the drop in temperature of the hot fluid within this element, let us consider this as dTH, whereas the gain in temperature of the cold fluid in the direction opposite to that of the hot fluid is dTc here. Now, as TH minus TC is equal to theta, now let us consider theta 1 as TH1 minus TC2 and theta 2 is equal to TH2 minus TC1. Now, dQ is the heat transferred in the element. Now, this dQ will be equal to minus mass of hot fluid, specific heat of hot fluid into dTH. So, this is the heat lost by the hot fluid. This will be equal to minus mc cpc dTc. See, this minus that we have written for the cold fluid is because of the direction in which it is flowing. So, as it is flowing in the direction opposite to that of the hot fluid, so we need to consider minus here. So, this will be equal to U into dA, area of the element, multiplied by hot fluid temperature minus cold fluid temperature in the element. Now, we can write this same thing as dQ is equal to minus capital CH, which is called the heat capacity of the hot fluid, minus Cc into dTc, where Cc is the heat capacity of the cold fluid. So, this will be equal to U dA into theta. Now, if we consider these two here, from these two, dTH will be equal to minus dQ by CH and similarly dTc will be equal to minus dQ by Cc. Now, dTH minus dTc will be equal to minus dQ by CH minus of minus dQ by Cc. So, if I take minus common here, minus dQ, so this will become 1 by CH minus 1 by Cc. Now, dTH minus dTc can be written as d theta. this will be equal to, instead of this dq, let us write it as minus u dA into theta multiplied by 1 by ch minus 1 by cc. Taking theta to the left hand side, so this becomes d theta by theta is equal to minus u into dA into 1 by ch minus 1 by cc. On integration of this one, we get ln theta within the limits 1 to 2. This is equal to minus integration of dA will become a into 1 by ch minus 1 by cc. So this becomes ln theta 2 minus ln theta 1, which will be equal to minus ua into 1 by ch minus 1 by cc. Log m minus log n can be written as log m by n. So ln theta 2 by theta 1 is equal to minus ua into 1 by ch minus 1 by cc. Now, we know that heat lost by hot fluid Q is equal to mass of hot fluid, specific heat of hot fluid into TH1 minus TH2, which is nothing but heat capacity of the hot fluid into TH1 minus TH2. So from this, if we want 1 by CH, so this will become TH1 minus TH2 by Q. Similarly, heat gained by the cold fluid Q will be equal to mc/Cpc into Tc2 minus Tc1. So this can be written as capital Cc into Tc2 minus Tc1. So from this, 1 by Cc will be equal to Tc2 minus Tc1 by Q. Now substituting these two in the formula that we have obtained here, this becomes ln theta 2 by theta 1 is equal to minus ua into Th1 minus Th2 by Q minus Tc2 minus Tc1 by Q. Now, if I take Q common, then this becomes ln theta 2 by theta 1 will be equal to minus ua by Q, and I am rearranging the temperatures like this: Th1 minus Tc2 minus of Th2 minus Tc1. So just this minus is taken here. So this becomes minus Tc2 plus Tc1. So upon taking common Th1 minus Tc2 as one term minus Th2 minus Tc1 we are going to get. So as we have learned that Th1 minus Tc2 is nothing but theta 1 here. So minus ua by Q into theta 1, and Th2 minus Tc1 is theta 2. So from this, if we want Q, we can write it as ua into theta 2 minus theta 1. So this minus is multiplied inside. So theta 2 minus theta 1 divided by ln theta 2 by theta 1 we are going to get. Now this theta 2 minus theta 1 by ln theta 2 by theta 1 can also be written as theta 1 minus theta 2 by ln theta 1 by theta 2. So this is nothing but theta m lmtd. Now here theta 1 is Th1 minus Tc2 and theta 2 is Th2 minus Tc1.